Woohoo! I think we're live. Can anybody hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, please. Just say yes, I can hear you. How's everybody tonight? Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that, honey. Hi, Ben. Oh, I'm going to echo here. Hi, Ben. Hi, buddy. How are you? Let's go back. We've got, wow, I can't believe this many people are even here. Kelly the Advocate, my friend, top cop. Angel, you sweet angel. Nanny C. Dog Mom. Muppets in Manilow. Hi, Willow. Amelia, I'm glad you're here, darling. And Boots, you go to bed, kid. Mary, oh, I haven't seen you forever. Hi, darling. And of course, Ben and my friend forever, Dory. Carolina Creek Fox. My love, I haven't seen you forever. Forever. Casey's in. My girl. Rosewater. Hi, honey. Hi, baby blues. Let's see. Who else do we got here? I said Rosewater, right? I hope so. Oh, Charlie Girl says. I love her too. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Oh, Lord. Is anybody else fighting these flies right now? Where do these flies come from? I have the cleanest house ever, and there's just flies, but I think it's because I'm near the barn. Lord, I don't have house flies. I have barn flies. Kelly the Advocate. Hi, babe. How are you, honey? I hate flies. I hate them. You know they're dirty. They're just gross. They're dirty. And I can't. I can't. I hate flies. The truth. Oh, you want me to drop a link? I hope I can do this. See if I do it right. Did it work, Trace? Yes, I did it. Yeah, I know cow patties will bring them flies. Come on up, Trace. Yeah, I did it, True Helper. Come on up, honey. Jenny Rose, hi, honey. Okay, you guys, I'm waiting, Tracy. I dropped the link, honey. Did you see it? Serendipity. My girl. You know, Serendipity is my adopted child. I am her mama on the internet. And whatever she says, I stand by. Carolina Creek Fox. You call them love bugs? I call them, they drive me crazy. I hate flies. I freaking hate flies. Miss Tracy. Hi, honey.
Hey, am I in here? Because I'm looking at chat.
You are in here, darling.
Okay. Listen, I just want to say this real quick. I took down my video of John Crimes. John's been coming at me pretty hard for a few months. And the only thing I can think of, because I never said anything bad about him, the only thing I can think of is he's white knighting for Laura and Makeup Mobster. But I have allowed him to come out of character, for me to come out of character. And I'm just not going to do that. So I have taken my clip down of John. He can continue on his way. Learned how to use the block button. I don't like doing that, but I just blocked him. And like I said, I don't like to be brought out of character, and I was, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to
It's
do
okay,
that.
Tracy. I understand. I understand. You've had some people hitting you hard, and you're a good lady. You're a good lady. And it's okay. It's okay. I got it just a second, Trace. Lace with Lacey, thank you for being here, honey. I love you. Pixie, thank you for being here, honey. Hi, Mandolin. Save Robbie. Lisa 54. Ash 274. Um, Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Um, it
I
hurts.
mean,
Sometimes it hurts.
Laura got pure joy out of telling people on her stream today to go over and listen to John's live. I personally didn't listen to it because, I mean, who likes to listen to a live where somebody's ragging on you, especially somebody that you've never said anything bad about
Hi, I dream
until
of drama. I know,
and
honey, but this is a thing that I wanted to talk about tonight. What's the outcome of all of it? What's the outcome? People get
well,
dragged. They get dragged. I watched the most breaking the silence. Hi, honey. I watched the most disgusting thing last night before I went to bed, where because of the dragging that was supposed to be fun, that wasn't fun, that somebody got hurt and somebody else dragged and then somebody else dragged. You know what? As my dad would say, shit just rolls downhill. It
well,
just.
he challenged me because he said I've never done a fun live. And he obviously didn't see the live Sunday. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to watch the live tomorrow that I have planned. That's going to be a fun live.
We have done some fun lives. I think we
But
have.
like I said, I'm not going to allow somebody like John Crimes to bring me out of character. Um, so I took the video, I put it on private, um, and I'm done with him. I'm done with him. I've never done anything to this man, and I don't know why he's coming at me, other than he's white knighting for Laura and Makeup Mobster. And if that's what he feels like he needs to do, then go for it, John. But I wanted to come up and say that because, like I said, the more I got to thinking about it, the more I thought, yeah, he's really managed to kind of get under my skin. And I try not to let people do that. I try to let it roll off
Well,
of
I
my,
think I
like
think the reason that he gets under your skin, Trace, is because you had a respect for him.
I
I
did.
think,
And I always thought
and
he
I
was a
think
very intelligent man.
I know, and
Lately, I don't see his intelligence, but that's not, that's not for me to decide. He can go his way and do his thing. I'll go my way. I'll do my thing. And YouTube's big, you know. Uh, there's just not room for both of us in this little corner. So the best thing I can do is just block him. He can carry on. Um, like I said, I took it down. It wasn't nice. I'm not always nice, but it wasn't a nice video. Uh, he can live with his words. I'll live with mine. But I am going to do a fun live tomorrow, just not because of anything that he said, but because of something that I want to do.
I know we've been talking about it, and you know, you and I's biggest problem is we have a 3 hour difference,
I dream
and
of drama. Tracy, have you ever done anything to make him come after you? Let me tell you what I did. I dream of drama. I did a live stream one day, and I made the comment, I'm just glad John has stayed out of this drama. That's what I said.
yep,
All my
that's
lives are still
exactly
up.
what you said.
I'm just glad John stayed out of this drama. That's all I said. And ever since then, he's been coming at me. He's basically called me a racist, which I am not. He wrote this big long speech for Laura to read last night. He made a video about me today. And I've never, ever really known what our problem was. Um, but I'm to the point I don't care anymore. So I blocked him. John, if you're out there, if you're listening, good luck to you, whatever it takes. And I'll be doing a live tomorrow where we really do have some fun.
We
And
are
the
going to
name
have
of
fun.
it, yeah. And the name of it will have John in it, but I promise you it has nothing to do with John Crimes. Nothing. I promise you.
And
So I'm
also,
going to go ahead.
Tracy's going to do me a huge favor. She's going to do me a huge, huge favor, y'all. And if any of you crime junkies like me um, have ever looked into the case of Jessica Chambers, please look into it. I have asked Tracy to tell Jessica's story because it's something that is near and dear to my heart. There's been a few crime creators in this area that have asked me to hook them up with Jessica's mom. I won't do it because they don't have the heart like Tracy does. I think Tracy is the perfect person to do it. I think she has the heart. I think she has the soul, and I think that she'll do Jessica right. So, Trace,
Well, what I know about Jessica is the little girl never got justice. And that's sad. Um, she never got her justice. But I guess there's a lot of people that never get their justice, and the justice comes when the perpetrator stands in front of the higher power. That's the way I look at that.
I don't
But
know
I'm
who
going to,
Ava Lynn is. Hi, honey. She said,
hello.
Tawanda and Tracy, love you both. You're good people with good intentions. We try hard.
Like I said, I'm
we
going to
think
get back. I'm going to get
I
back to the comments. I just wanted to put it out there that I'm not going to do this tit for tat with John. Okay, it's not worth it. I don't. I can't when I don't really have anything against the man. You know, when you have a real problem with somebody, you can do a little tit for tat. But I don't have a problem with him, which makes it difficult to go back at somebody. So, I mean, he obviously has a problem with me, and that's where I'm going to leave it. His problem, not mine. Okay, I'm going back to chat. I love you, Tawanda. I know True Helper's supposed to come up.
well,
Maybe
I
Kelly
don't
will
know
come
where
up.
he's at. I don't know where he's at. I hope Kelly comes up too. I'll drop the link again. I would love to have her come up here because I think that they both know, what I want to talk about. I want to talk about I just want to talk about, I'm tired of people hurting. I'm tired of seeing them hurting. And speaking of hurting, Ash274, I hope your puppy's doing good, honey. I've been worried about
Me
your
too.
pup. I know it's hard. Whatever, everybody who's had a little fur friend, they're your best friends, and when they hurt, you hurt bad. So I hope
Yeah,
that her pooch is doing good.
me too. All right, I'm going to get back to the chat. I'm not much in the mood for talking, but I did want to
I
put
can
that
tell.
out there that wherever the problem lies, it lies with John. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So, good luck to you, Mr. Crimes. I'll be in the chat, Twanda. Love you.
Love you too.
All right.
Hey, Kelly, are you here?
Hello. Hi.
Hi, darling. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in
Wow.
there.
Hi,
How are
Sean the Brit.
you?
Hi, babe. I got all these people are coming in that some of them I don't know. Hi, am
Hi,
doll. Hi there.
everybody.
If you guys don't know Kelly, this is Kelly the Advocate. She uh
Hi.
she writes hard for people, and she's very much involved with the Rusaks, with Justice for Shanann, and they are trying to pass a bill right now, and I stand by her, and she's a awesome
Thank
person
you.
who has a huge heart,
Thank you.
and
You
I want
too.
you guys all to meet her. She's a great person.
Hi, everybody.
So how you doing, kid?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, but I'm everything Tracy just said, I'm literally going through the exact same thing, except just a different person.
Hey, it's tough when these people come at you, where you've
Mhm.
respected them in the past, and then, they hit you, they hit you, they hit you. And, you just want to fight back, but sometimes your fight is gone.
Yeah, well, I have to do the
I gotta say
bigger
something.
person.
Full on drama, you're trying to get on, you won't. And any of my mods, if you see full on drama's troll, please, please block her. I have nothing to say to her. Nothing. Please leave or I'll boot you off. Bottom line. Sorry, Kelly.
That's okay.
Anyway.
No, I know that's what happens. Hi, Ben.
Well,
Serendipity Angel.
true helper. How are you, bud?
Well, boom.
Well,
Hello.
True
boom.
helper.
It's so good to see y'all again.
It's good to see you.
I know, as a matter of fact, I think I just texted you earlier there, Kelly.
Did you?
I believe so. I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't have a text.
I've,
Are you
uh,
sure?
I, I could be mistaken. I
I'm
am.
glad she found her way over here because it is you two have really brought it to the forefront about, you know, uh, okay, there are trolls. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some funny trolls. You guys got to admit, there are some
Mm-hmm.
funny trolls that, I mean,
Absolutely.
I have a troll that's, chasing Tawanda's cows because I'm always chasing cows. It's funny to me. It makes me giggle. It makes me laugh.
Hmm.
But then there's trolls that take pictures of you and from, like a Facebook account that they're not allowed on. And then they make some gross statement. That's not cool.
Of course. Of course. I tend to, and I know there's a few that might not agree with me, but I kind of like the horses. They're all kind of funny because typically they're usually semi polite. They're always, I don't see them ever
The
cussing
old
or.
horses were nice. Some of these new horses, they can be a little, but that's okay. I still haven't got a damn horse. I still got cows.
Well, if you don't have a horse or a cow, you're not doing something right. So, and obviously I'm not because I don't have a horse yet. So, you know,
Testicle, I'm not going to call you a troll, honey, because I've seen
ah,
some of your opinions. That I
testicles.
don't know. Yeah, I don't always agree with his or her opinions, but you know what? They're not a mean person. This is my
Mm-hmm.
problem with people that come in, and if they want to be a troll, why do they gotta attack? You know, if you want to say your opinion and roll. Just go. Oh, we lost Kelly.
She'll be back. There she
Oh, there
is.
she is. There she is. She popped back. Now
Or
we
maybe
don't
not.
see her pretty picture.
Is that you, Kel?
It's me. What
Okay.
happened?
It's probably
Oh no.
StreamYard acting up again. It's been
No,
Uh,
it's
acting up
not
lately.
StreamYard. Y'all, I have hillbilly internet. I'm telling you.
no.
Yes, I'm way out in the sticks and I have hillbilly internet. What
It,
can I say? It
it's all
happens.
it's all the cows. They're outside messing around with your Wi-Fi.
No, the
Telling
damn cows are attracting the freaking flies that keep coming. They
you.
keep coming. Okay, so I moved here back in August when my brother got really, really sick. And I
Mm.
moved into a fifth wheel and I'm still here. And it's right next to the barn. I don't have house flies. I have barn flies.
Oh no.
I have barn flies, and I swear to God, I have put everything around. You don't leave anything out. I'm a clean freak anyway, and so I have. They wait until I go to sleep, and I swear they tag team each other. Let's go land on her face. I finally get one dead, and boom, another one comes.
Hi, Dana. Sweet
Hi, sweet
crazy.
crazy. Dana. I know, Kelly, that you like Dana. Dana, I want to address you, my dear.
Mhm.
Dana, you and I have talked many, many times. Dana, I'm going to say this to you loud and clear. What you did to Amelia was wrong.
I agree.
Uh-oh.
Amelia puts out some really good content with some really fun videos. And she's one of the only people that is on the internet that really cares about people and puts out good videos. I would appreciate it if you would take those strikes down, because I'm telling you, Amelia's not a bad person. I understand where Amelia's heart is, because I was one of those kids. And if Kelly had the advocate, we've never talked about it, but we'll talk about it. And just, Dana, do the right thing, okay? Just do the right thing. That's all I'm gonna say.
If I'm keeping honest about the whole thing, I think that maybe some people do need to take a break outright because, there's a fine line between staying professional and then, of course, involving social media into your personal repertoire, which can be used as a very, very good tool. However, I just think and feel that maybe some of the stress and pressures of social media maybe have gotten the best of certain people. So sometimes it's okay to step away, especially, when you're a therapist or you're, whatever it is. Yeah, honestly, it's really not going to do you justice if some behaviors that are less than savory from online get offline and then make their way into your personal life. Because I have personally seen that with more than a few sponsors, even sponsees for that matter, and doctors and the whole 9 yards. So you got to be really careful. And sometimes it's okay to step away. You have to.
Well, I think they both could heal this. I thought it was healed. I thought it was done and over with. And then Amelia lost her channel. I really believe in my heart of hearts, Amelia is a positive part of YouTube. She brings the funny out in some of the stuff that comes out of our
Yeah,
mouths
I do
during a
found it now.
live, because I mean, some of the stuff we say, we're like, oh my God, did I really say that? you
I
know,
know. I
but she
know.
takes them, she clips them. She's very talented. And I think that they both need to say, I'm sorry, get over it, and move on. If not, block each other, because it's not healthy for this community. It's not
Absolutely.
healthy. And
I agree.
I talk to you, True Helper, that we
Mm,
need a new community. We do. We need a new community that's, trust me, I have so many people in the drama community that I absolutely love and adore. I have so many people in the crime community that I absolutely love and adore. But
mhm.
I can't go on some of their channels because, you know, I just can't. I just can't. So I really thought it would be really good. Like they have the boy at the bottom of YouTube, to create the Hoyt, the heart of YouTube, the people who really care, the people who really, really want to be the heart of YouTube, who really care.
I
You
love it.
know, I think it's a great idea. What do you think, Kelly?
I I think, well, having someone take the strikes down and
Now about the
No,
new community.
new
oh, the new
community.
community, absolutely.
The heart of YouTube.
Rebuilding the new community and uh-huh. I
I
mean,
mean,
I don't know everything that's going on. I'm just saying I agree because I'm seeing a lot too, in so many different
I
areas.
know. Dennis says I don't know the whole story. I don't want to know the whole story. I really don't. I
that's true.
want
Hmm.
them just to end it. I want them to end
Right.
it because I know they're both good people. I just want it to end.
In
Hmm.
I
my
just
own,
want
I'm sorry.
I just want it to end, you know? Obviously, it's taken them both out of their own character where they have both said and done things that are bad.
Hmm.
Absolutely. My
I've done
own,
this I've done the same. I've done the same and I hurt for people who hurt. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. I'm the
I
same.
It makes perfect sense. And I only have one thing pretty much to say to that. When we are within the mental health care fields or opiate addiction recovery or doctors or nurses or anything like that, we are technically just by design held to a higher standard. So even no matter what the social norm is, we have to be way above that. I mean, granted, I'm no doctor or anything like that, but I think you can probably look on just about every single live stream I've ever been on, and you're not going to hear me going absolutely nuts. And you darn well aren't going to hear me sitting there coming on and calling people names and just going off and then, coming back
Hmm.
at it again. I mean, it just at some point in time, we have to step away and say, you know, is what I'm doing best for me and everybody else around me? Because I
Hmm.
think one of the complacencies they bestows or gets bestowed upon people is that they feel that just because they're online that it's not going to reach their friends or family or patients or whatever the case might be. But that's absolutely incorrect. Every single
Hmm.
situation I've seen, many people, even personal sponsors that work within my group or anybody within the fellowship that is said or done things, then all of a sudden, a few months later, or even a year or 2 years later, it never stays in the shadows. It just doesn't. So
I
don't think
know.
for the moment, you're going to do a certain live stream, and then all of a sudden, somebody somewhere somehow who's got an axe to grind isn't going to bring that up later on. It's not going to happen. It'll happen.
Well, and Christy said, yeah, Christy Andrews, Christy, I love you, my girl. She said it just seems the norm anymore.
Hmm.
When I came to YouTube a couple years ago, I remember creators had to respect creators whenever they went into their chats.
Hmm.
Now they're calling them dirtbags, F you, this, F you. You know what I mean? I just, it's horrid. They
Mhm.
they respected each other, no matter if they didn't like the other person's content. They still respected each other,
Hmm.
and I wouldn't it be nice to go back to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, True Helper, who I'm going to talk about right now. We
Mm,
have a we have a dear friend.
I
He's
believe
leaving
so.
YouTube.
Hmm.
Who?
He's
I probably
he,
don't know. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Good old boy, Mr. Wog.
Mr. Wogs.
Yep.
Oh,
Eh,
I don't know him.
Right.
I'm
well,
sorry.
I think he came and trolled you one day, Kelly. And he really wasn't trolling you. He was being Wugs. He was being Wugs. He's a cut up. He's fun. He's just about laughs. He really is. He's a good guy. He's been a great guy.
But he trolled me?
I
Now,
think
not
so.
not in the way that you're
No,
thinking.
not a
He,
bad way.
yeah, he
No.
has his own special brand. Like I said, I've actually been on his channel. I've been on his podcast before or on a live stream, and he really is a good dude. And he's that type where I would even say maybe he came and got humorous because it's just the way he is. He's not really a
I
very
I
he's not
think
a
that
nasty person.
I think your mods thought that he was a troll, and
Oh.
he got blocked. And I was like, well, his name he is his YouTube name actually is Whiskey. I said, Whiskey, they thought you were a troll, Dingling. He goes, did I come on too strong? I said, you think? I said, you got to understand,
Oops.
Kelly gets trolled a little bit. Just a
Yeah,
little bit.
I'm getting trolled just a little too much lately.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, but my friend has decided that he is going to take his music and go on. And because he can't handle he hates drama. He hates it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll get up there on his panel, he'll talk. Won't he, True Helper? He'll talk
Mm,
politics, he'll talk anything. He'll talk
yeah,
about anything. He just doesn't want to talk about drama.
absolutely. I mean, the night that I was on, I think I was up there for a couple hours, and we spoke about just about anything two people could talk of. And actually, I should say three, because Crime Canary was up there with us, and it was something else. And like I said, I pretty much know good people, decent people when I meet them, and he's definitely one of them. That's for sure. You know, maybe he has a past, or I don't know what he's done a year, 2 years, and all that stuff ago. But from what I heard lately, I mean, he really is a good dude. And not to mention, you know, like you were saying earlier, his musical talents are just, they're extraordinary.
Amazing. Do you know how many times I have come home from work and I've just needed to just chill? And he's been on his guitar, and even if he's just playing on his guitar, just doing instrumentals,
Mm-hmm.
it just calms me. It calms me. You know, him and I had a tiff whenever I was still white knighting for Laura. And God, I am so glad I threw that armor away. Anyway, but when my brother passed away, I got home from work that day, and one of my friends said, Wogs wrote a song, an instrumental for your brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Wogs did? Because I thought Wogs had just given up on me. You know, I never said anything bad to him, but I just kind of didn't talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he played the most beautiful instrumental song. And I said, I'm going to play this when people are coming into my brother's service, because I know if they play it during the service, I'm going to cry. As soon as that thing started, I started bawling. I said, well, that worked well for me. You know, um, the man has a kind heart. And I hate to see him leave YouTube. He's my friend. I don't think he's going to leave forever. I think he might just relocate. But this is one of the things I want to talk about tonight is, why do people have to relocate? Why? Why do they have to relocate? Why can't they stay right where they are and, you know, without people attacking? It's time for it to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's almost instinctual that when somebody comes under attack, some of the first emotions usually that are conjured up from what's inside our souls is, you know, the old fight or flight type of mechanism, and or, you know, just not wanting, as you said earlier, to deal with all the drama that goes on. So of course, you know, people start to reevaluate their position, you know, be it within the community, or maybe even they are looking towards the future and are questioning, maybe I can be elsewhere, somewhere that might be a little more, you know, conducive to what I'm doing, or something that just feels better outright. So, you know, I understand. I know he took on a lot. You know, there was especially that one scumbag out there, I know he was talking about. And, you know, with that, you know, anytime you bring up somebody that is surrounded by controversy, you're always going to have trolls, always, or people that, you know, don't understand where the person that's talking about the other is coming from. So of course you're going to get attacked. There's going to be negative comments, and then you've got different podcasts and live streams that are started up. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, and you got like the people like the Purple Grimaces out there and all them that, you know, they capitalize on stuff like that. And it's pretty sad to me at times, you know, at the state that our society is in. There are so many people out there that literally get triggered just when they hear about somebody's political ideology. And that to me, you know, kind of says it all about how they either were raised or they were indoctrinated in school or educated, or, you know, whatever the case might be. The point being is that I know the way that my mom raised me was to respect all others. And we saw no skin color. We saw no, disfigurations. We didn't see anything like that. So
I
in other
know.
words, the first thing we meet somebody, you're not going to say, "Oh, you're a Democrat. Oh, you're a Republican. Oh, you're black. Oh, you're white. Oh, you're Mexican. Oh, I hate you." That those kinds of thoughts would never come across my, it would never, not for one moment would I ever entertain those types of just ugly, bigotry filled ideas. It just, and I hear so many that nowadays, especially the ones that try to weaponize um, things like racism and stuff like that. It's like just because they're losing a debate or they don't like somebody, they know that one of the go-to words is, "Oh, you're a racist." Well, you know what? I think many that use that term just by itself should really stop and ask themselves,
Hmm.
because literally they're taking the meaning, they're taking the effect out of that word.
You know that I'm being accused of being a racist.
I think that's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard.
Did you know you didn't see that video, True?
Oh, probably not. I've been very.
Well, what's her face has made the one that we used to be friends with made 3 videos, but now recently she says they're saying I'm a racist.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Well, I think that's funny. If you would allow me to elaborate, first and foremost, I do know for a fact that you have a love and have always dated within. Well, I'll let you explain this. Go ahead and explain your history here, Kel, and why
Oh.
it's so.
Well, I was married to a Mexican man. I have a daughter with a Mexican man, so she's half Mexican. I have done nothing but be in other cultures, and I talk with many different people. So it's
Yeah.
funny because
You
I
know
don't
what
really
I've
date.
learned?
Go ahead.
What I've learned through here, when people call you something, when they call you things, it never gets to me. I mean, they called me,
Hmm.
the YouTube drunk forever. And I'm telling you, when I first got, I got to, when I came home and my brother was sick, I was working some hellacious hours. And I look back at some of the videos and I'm thinking, well, no wonder they thought I was a drunk. But it never really bothered me because I knew I wasn't. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And so let them think whatever they want to think. I don't give a rip. You know,
Exactly.
I don't give a rip. What
And
gets me is some of the names that these people come up with. I would never think
Hmm.
to call people that. I would never, even the person that I don't like in this world, that I really would never. How do they come up with these names?
oh, because they have a lot of time. And I've noticed also, usually a lot of people that call those names are usually just deflecting. And I have
Hmm.
really learned that as of late, because being down in and around the greater Philadelphia area and really cleaning up, even away from the Philadelphia area, cleaning up our towns and stuff like that, are some of these scumbags that really will white knight for these causes that, frankly, most of them are just total BS.
Yeah.
And it's not even my opinion.
I think they're hiding behind something themselves. I got to say hi real quick. Hi, Courtney. Hi, babe. How are you? And let's see. Drama Archives. Glad you're here. Flower Power. Hi, honey. Sorry, guys. I hate to interrupt, but I
That's
hate
okay.
I hate for the chat to. I hate it whenever they think they're not acknowledged.
And Amelia Airhead, I gotta say, I know I just left some comments on her videos, but they are by far some of the funniest things I've seen lately. They really are.
Hmm.
I've enjoyed them
I
so
had
much.
never watched Amelia, and then one day I was out shopping or whatever, and I did. What do they call it? Whenever you just kind of you watch video after video after video.
Binge watch. Yeah.
There
Yep.
you go. I binge
Mhm.
watched Amelia. These people in Target and Safeway, they probably thought I was some kind of kook. You
I,
know?
I know
It's
I
the
woke,
best time.
I
I,
know.
I woke half my house up laughing so hard. I don't know which one was funnier to me, either the Diane one or the Hello Starlight, the Shirley Temple one. I was just dying.
Oh,
It
both of
really
those are
was.
great, but I guess because I know Minnie and I know Tracy so well, the Cheech and Chong one. Oh
Mm-mm.
my
Yeah, that one.
God. I have watched that one over and over and I just giggle, especially when Nene goes, eek, eek, eek.
Yeah. Kel, if you haven't seen Amelia Airhead's channel yet, I'll send you like you have,
Yeah.
and they're all pretty short. They're like between 3 and maybe 8, 9 minutes, but oh Lord, they really are
Oh,
funny.
I'm excited.
She
I know
has
you need
a
to.
knack for that.
If anybody has Amelia's if anybody has Amelia's oh God.
Laughter is the best medicine,
It is the
and
best
Amelia
medicine.
is providing a awesome service.
I know, and even though I mean there has been some things that people have said, and I know that they're like, "Oh my God, why did I say that?"
Mm.
But she matches them up with shit that just is so great. It's so great. I don't know how she does it. I could never do it, but it's amazing, and I think that anybody in our community that does it something that makes everybody laugh, we need to do it. We need to
Mm-hmm.
keep them here. Don't run them off. Don't, just like Wogs when he plays his music. So what? He only has 45 people there. There's 45 people in there that he's touching somebody. He's touching somebody right then. And the man goes out and helps homeless people. You know, God,
Exactly.
how bad can he be?
That
Uh,
man, that man's got a heart of gold, no ifs, ands, or buts, and he knows a thing or two about what he's doing. You know, all those little scooter patrols that he does, and just some of the positive messages that he puts out. And granted, okay, maybe his content isn't, doesn't float everybody's boat, but you know what? I think, as it's been said best in and around the community, if you don't like it, simply log off, boo boo. That's all
I
you got
know.
to do. That's all
But
you got to do.
you
mm-hmm.
think about it, true helper. How many people will even approach a homeless person? Think about that.
Yeah, actually, I know for a fact Wogs and I were speaking to that. As a matter of fact, I used to do that kind of thing in and around the greater Kensington area. And as many people know, that's a that's a very bad part of Philadelphia. And I'd always, especially around Thanksgiving and Christmas time, I would always try to get some fellow sponsors or people that were pretty sound in their resolve, and people that I knew could defend themselves if just if the case if needs be. That
Mm-hmm.
really hardly anybody would go out there. And I tell you, it's such a good feeling to know that you're helping others. And the fact that somebody like Wogs does that type of thing, I mean, it really says it all. I mean, this man, he's not a millionaire. He's not some, big old self-made tycoon or anything like that, but he gives whatever the hell that he can. And the fact that people want to try to come at him just because he calls out other people's bad behaviors, granted, he's openly said he's not perfect. Hey, none of us are. That's the bottom line.
None of us are perfect. But I'm
Exactly.
telling you, there are a lot of people who just, you know what, they want to get along with all these people. They do. They just want to get along. They can't, and I'm never gonna be a sheep. Never.
Mm-hmm.
If there's somebody that I do not enjoy, guess what? Number one, I don't go on their channel. Number two,
Right.
I don't tell anybody not to go on that person's channel. I and I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. I don't care who goes on that. But I used to hate watch. It does me no good. No good. The only thing it does is it makes hurt in my heart and it makes me pissed off.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So why go watch it? Back during the times of the Chris Watts case, and when the armpit detective was there, I couldn't stand the man. I could not stand him. And so I'm like, why am I watching this armpit detective? Why am I watching him? I'm wasting an hour of my time. Shoot,
Mm-hmm.
I could have been out I could have been out tossing cow shit and done the same thing, right? Instead, I'm
It,
listening to this armpit detective.
it, it felt a little more fulfilled than sitting back listening to some of that drivel. That's for
So,
sure.
you know what I did? I unsubbed. I blocked the people that would even talk about him, and my
Mm-hmm.
life got better.
Mm-hmm. See,
hmm I don't know.
I
I've
don't go on their channels. I don't watch any of their stuff. I just get told what's happening, and then poof, I'm like,
I
oh,
am
there it is.
I am a firm believer that we are the company that we keep. Now, that's not to say or anything bad or throwing tomatoes at others that go to some other channels that are supposedly not liked or anything like that. But it's just always been a personal point of reference for me because I've noticed that even with our sons. I've noticed that with a lot of my friends. I've noticed that with fellow sponsors and sponsees and even doctors and nurses. I mean, you could always tell when there are truly negative people in their lives because they are so much more pissed off than everybody else around them, or they're the first to get mouthy or say some really, really hateful comments. And to me, like I said, I don't know. It's always done my life pretty decent to stay away from some of these negative types. Now, of course, when I get involved is when you have people like the Daves of the world and all those out there that are constantly running their mouths, which, I will say, hey, keep it up. Keep it up, really, because there are a lot of people who are, in fact, taking notes and who are keeping certain things recorded and all that. And that's right.
Well,
Honestly,
since you mentioned his name, he made a statement the other day that I was the one that doxed Wog's family in Laura's mod chat. Absolutely a freaking lie.
yeah, I don't believe
And
that one.
buddy, I don't.
Nah,
I,
even
and Wogs knew it. He knew it, and he never doubted me for a bit.
I think even when you were in that mindset that you were still white knighting for her, I honestly cannot in a million years. I never ever imagine you doing something like that. Nope, just doesn't
No,
happen.
I can't either.
It's one
Nope.
thing if we like a channel and we follow somebody, but you can usually get to the core of who somebody is when you speak to them for hours on end. And oh crap, Twanda, I think you and I have had at least one 4-hour conversation. So
A
there's
couple
that.
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah.
there's that.
And so, no, I just think it's time that the people, you know, I don't care if I have 60 people here right now or if I have 460 people. I want people to have a safe place to fall. I want them
Mhm.
to have, Tracy is my safe place to fall. Serendipity is my safe place to fall. Kelly is my safe place to fall. There's a lot of people that are my safe place to fall. I don't have to be anywhere where they're dragging, hurting. I'm not gonna be. I'm not
Mm-mm.
gonna be. I'm not gonna be a sheep. I'm not gonna be anything. Doesn't mean that I don't like the other creators. I absolutely adore some of the
Mhm.
other creators, but I can't be where it's toxic. It's not healthy for me. And I know for people who have a lot on their plate, I have a lot on my plate. I really do. And I know Kelly, you have a lot on your plate. I know you have a lot on your plate, True Helper. And I know when I take on all these other things, I'm like, my mind just doesn't shut down. It's
No.
like they will just sit and beat each other up. It's
Mm-hmm.
one thing to talk, throw tomatoes. I mean, I'll talk about Armpit Detective all I want to because he makes me laugh because he's stupid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, he is. He's an Pit Detective. He's whatever comes out of his mouth is false. You
Mhm.
know, I watched I watched Jay for Justice. She's doing a 24-hour live on the Watts case. And I'm thinking, wow,
I
that's a lot
know.
of that's a lot of work right now. But I watched
Mm-hmm.
her mods. Absolutely, they're taking turns doing that and absolutely respecting that family. I have a lot of props, hands up for those people. You know,
Mhm.
that's a tough job right now. It's got to be.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine the trolls? I watched a few of them, and I mean, they were they were popping off trolls like, popping pimples. They were like, bing, bing, bing. They were out of there. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Well,
Well,
I do want to ask a question though. Doesn't it say something like new information?
Oh, yeah, I think that that's probably just like that. I think it was stuff that was, that how everybody they could get all that stuff that was in the, the
The discovery?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just stuff that they never released. It's not anything, they're not going against anybody, Kelly.
Yeah,
I
and
I
Mhm.
and,
watched.
and let's face it too. I'll be honest. I've actually been. I was a moderator over there for a long time. I know Jen personally. She really is a good person, and I know why
Mhm.
her former partner had separated. And I can honestly say I've never really, other than I think the oh, what was it, the case where
Smokey
the
P, I love you too, buddy. Sorry.
Smoky
Smokey.
Smokey's
Mhm.
Hi,
here.
Smokey. Good night,
Oh,
the
Smokey's in the
truth.
room.
good night, Drew.
Tracy.
Night, Trace. I love you.
Love you, Tracy.
So I think about one of the only times that I had heard her go a little off the rails was during the Heidi Broussard case, but even then, like she was quick to make retractions and stuff like that. So I know like she's one of
And
those types
but
where she's
but
usually
I
been pretty consistent with respect of others, at least, and
yeah,
that's my opinion.
Mhm.
with true crime, I have watched. I mean, I watched all of these people just, you know, and there's some of them, you can't make an opinion.
Hmm.
Sorry, Gray Hughes, I love you, but
Uh,
but you know what I admire about Gray? Gray has said the case is over, done. He's in prison, leave it alone. And he hasn't went back there since.
mhm.
You know. And I think with
I just
Jay,
wasn't sure like what the angle is because during that whole time she's getting money
Mm.
and all
oh
she's playing right now are just the discovery, voicemails. And I'm like,
yeah,
or
I
the
th- I
not
think that
voicemails, sorry.
right. I just think though that she's doing it with class, and
Oh, okay.
she is. I watched it because I even text True Helper and I'm like,
Mhm.
because I like Jay. I
Mhm.
like Jay. In fact, I got
Mhm.
in trouble for being a wrench. Look, Laura said, "You're a wrench for her," and I was like, "I am still." I had no idea, but she did, but she's done a good job, and
Mm.
her mods are doing a great job on keeping the idiots out. And
I,
I would
That's
rather
good.
have somebody. I'd rather have Jay doing this than the armpit detective or the
mm.
Yeah, it's just as soon as it's like when things started to come about again where we're like, hey, can you please stop talking about it?
well, I think what
Um,
it was is
all of a
because
sudden, all these creators started talking more and
well, it's
more and
because
more about
the
it. I'm like,
movie's coming
oh,
up.
Well,
The
yeah,
yep.
movie's
between the
coming up.
movie
Yeah,
and
now
then
the
Yeah,
movie's coming.
yeah, and
yeah.
then the 2 year
Hmm.
anniversary and the whole 9 yards. So, I mean, I can honestly
Hmm.
say, at least, let's be real about it. I mean, there are always going to be creators out there that cover a multitude of cases. And fact
Hmm.
is, like I said, I mean, I do feel that, Jay puts a lot of work into her channel. And I know she's always usually operated with the utmost of respect to the families, to the victims, to everybody that's been involved. So, yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, I feel that just the same as even many of the Ruseks have said before. It's not that they don't want anybody ever talking about the case ever.
No, yeah, just
It's
making
all
up
because
lies.
of
Because that's why I was
disrespect.
concerned because
Yeah,
she said,
yeah.
I have new information. I'm like, now what?
No, I
You
think
know?
no.
Well, yeah,
I think it was just the new discovery that people hadn't seen because a lot of
Uh,
mm,
people like me, once everything it was done and over,
mm-hmm.
once that they said he's going to prison, I was done.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know that they released tapes after that and stuff, and I never watched them. I really didn't because I just thought, of course how I feel about the guy is he shouldn't be allowed to eat a Twinkie, but
Right.
that's my own opinion.
That's my opinion too.
yeah.
And everybody says he's found Jesus. I'm glad. I'm glad he's found Jesus. I'm glad
Mm,
he has. That's all I'm going to say about that.
mm, mm,
Because I mean, I just think that it touched our hearts so much,
Mm-hmm.
that whole case. I mean, you think about it, it overwhelmed our lives.
It was overwhelming.
And this discovery came out right before Thanksgiving. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't wait to get Thanksgiving dinner on the table? I want this
I
shit
know.
done and off
I'm
so
gonna
I
go
could go
read it.
through all that.
Oh yeah, I read the discovery. I did all of that. Too. I just kind of got thrown off when she said new information, and I'm like, what? And then they're playing the stuff, and I'm like, what is going on?
No, I think it's kind of what they call it. What do they call it? Clickbait or something bait? Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah.
wondering, if it was a
Clickbait.
clickbait
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it too. I mean, she may have got a hold of some movie clips or something like that she somehow, got permission to play. I mean, there's any number of things could actually be viable. And again, not white knighting for her, but I know how, a lot of the details of marketing and all that stuff and channel building goes on YouTube. So, and she has, obviously she's a dedicated creator, and this is what she does. And I can give her a lot of credit for one thing, and
And
that
that's
is
what I
stay away from the
appreciate
drama.
about Jay. She doesn't
Yeah.
get in the drama. She
Yeah,
doesn't.
well, she has a second channel though. It's What's the 411 with Jay, and she actually she splits it up between that. So I give her a lot of credit for doing that. She did that
But
after
I've
she
never
started.
seen her drag anybody. I've never seen her, go in and hurt anybody.
Yeah, on the
Mhm.
411, she's got some pretty decent content over there because I know,
Oh,
like I said,
does she? Oh God,
moderator for a
maybe.
while. Yeah, well, the whole Oni thing and a bunch of other stuff. Like,
Oh
yeah,
well,
cool.
she was. You know what? That Oni thing was deep. It was deep. God, I
Yeah,
better get my boots on. It was deep. It was deep, but
yes, it
it.
was. And yeah, many people. That's a good case in point for a lot of the to realize what's been going on YouTube. That wasn't just something that happened overnight. And I know there were other creators that said they knew that cat for like a year and this and that and the other. This woman that had lived in Michigan at the time knew him, was over to his house, was friends with him for like 7 or 8 years.
I
And
know.
yet this guy still doxed people, swatted people. Like he went absolutely ape crap, and then tried to blame it all to somebody else, even after they actually had the 911 calls. And he still tried to deny, oh, that wasn't me. It was
Yeah.
him with a country accent. A horrible one at that.
It was. Oh, I know. He
It
tried
was
to. He tried to sound like a woman. Kelly, you got to listen to it. Oh my God,
yeah,
you got to
Oh, I'm
listen to
gonna
it.
have to.
it really was. It was better than any Jerry Springer show that I've ever seen or heard. Many moons ago. Wow,
It was. It was. I know,
what a
but
what a crap fest that was.
I know, but it was anybody that didn't like this certain creator, he hit. And
Yeah.
he hit a couple different people,
Yeah, and then
and
tried to throw her under the bus. Tried to actually say that she was the caller. Used her real name on one of the 911 calls, or when he had called the cops, and then tried to use her name so that people would blame her, thinking that would never be released. Well, that just shows how
Mm.
naive and stupid he was. So, well, whatever. It is what it is. It's insane. But
did you see that Amelia Earhart said, "True Helper, can you read me the phone book?"
I know. He can make that be interesting.
No, I'm telling you, these women, Kelly, he gets up
I
here and
know.
talks, and they're like, I know they're not in here for you and I. Trust me, Kelly. I know they're not here for you and
They're
I.
like true helper.
oh Lord.
I don't care if he was
Hmm.
talking about ding dongs. He could read a recipe. He could do
Mm-hmm.
anything. They would be in here and they would be drooling.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Lord. Wow, it's a good thing I'm not cammed up because I'm about 3 shades of red.
Good.
Mm.
We can make him red, Kelly.
That's
we
great.
we can make him red.
Dear Lord.
Anyway, I just maybe I should have said it sooner. Hi, Joe, and Lori.
Oh,
God, I'm missing all these people. I'm not paying attention. Lee, hi, honey. I'm glad you're here. I'm not paying attention to my chat, y'all.
I don't need.
And Carolina Creek Fox, I would do it again any day to help you. She called me one night. It was a bad night for her, and I was glad I was there to help. And
Hi,
Galway
Galway.
Girl,
Hi, Galway.
you
Hey,
know,
Galway.
I gotta. Okay, Galway, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna say it anyway. She might get mad at me and say, okay. Somebody made a troll account about her, right?
On
Mm.
Galway?
on Galway. Oh yeah.
Oh,
And it
Jeez.
was a nasty name after it. But they took a picture of her in a bikini, and Tracy said,
oh.
"I wish I fucking had that." Not the nasty name, the body. I mean, the girl looks hot. So you got to take the good when people try to do bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Always.
She's a hot little girl, and we're not gonna, you know, it people want to hurt in the only way that they know that they can hurt, and the only thing people need a place to run. They need a place to run and hide, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll be their safe place to fall. Kelly, I know you'll be their safe place to fall.
Yes.
I know
Always.
Tracy will be their safe place to fall. I know Serendipity will be their safe place to fall. I know there's a lot of creators will
Absolutely.
be their safe place to fall. And so, and just like you're Kelly the avocado, I love avocados.
Yes.
I love avocados.
I
They
do
are,
too.
I could live off them. So there you
I
go.
was like, what? I love that name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I tell
So,
you.
and you know, the person who gave me that name and she was meaning it to be an insult, she is now a mod on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was the one that would make videos originally about me because I wasn't giving her a chance and I wasn't communicating with her. And the only way that she could communicate how she felt was through making videos and making funny videos, like you were saying Amelia does. Well, that's what this creator does too. But she gave me a nickname. She did all kinds of stuff. And now her and I are very close. So you
Mm-hmm.
never know how things will work out.
You never know.
That's
And
And
true.
see,
all I had to do was just listen to her. And I just literally just listened to her and said, okay, let's work this out. And
Lee
things got
just,
better.
you guys got to meet Lee. She is funny as funny. She's older than me. There's not very many people on YouTube older than me. But
Oh,
she
gosh.
says, fun chat. Can this man read us a story?
Mm-hmm.
Read
No.
us a story.
Have you ever met Sally? Have you ever met, oh, what's Sally's last name, you guys? Help me out here. Sally.
I don't
Uh,
know.
Oh, you got to meet Sally. Sally Spencer. She, I mean, that's how she,
Is she
Sally
here?
Spencer. No, but she's from South Africa. She has got the best voice. I think if we put Sally and we put True Helper together and we made a video about YouTube and the meanness, they'd all run.
Mm-hmm.
well, good Lord. Here we
That'd
go.
be awesome.
Sign me up. No.
Sorry,
Yes.
you're not old enough to be my mama, honey. Nope, nope. I turned the big 6-0 in December.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I
She's
do.
not lying. She's not lying. I tell you, she
I
definitely
do.
don't look it. She don't look it.
I
Just
turned
keep
60
cleaned
in
up.
December.
No.
Hey, I'm proud of every wrinkle. I'm proud of every,
Love it.
but hey, I'm still going. Going, going, going.
Well, you sound like you're in your 30s.
Well, good. I'm glad.
I was like, I
Pepper,
thought you
hi,
were in your
honey.
30s.
Mhm.
No, no. I have a daughter that's 42, and I have a
Yeah,
son that's
wow.
36, and I have a grandson that I work side by side with every day who is 24.
Mm.
Yes, I was a young mom. Yes, she was a young mom. But
Aw,
but both my kids are, they own their own homes, they work hard, you
that's
know.
fantastic.
Yeah, but it's like, go ahead, you guys, troll me. They have trolled me and doxed me, but the thing is, they can't find any damn dirt.
Mhm.
So,
Uh-huh.
And that's why I put it out there for many. If you feel that you can give it a shot and make it, give it a go at me, please, by all means, take your best shot because I promise you one thing. You're going to lose and you'll lose bad.
Well,
I've spent far too many years, and I know how that game goes. Believe me, I got about 10 layers to get to who I really am. And then right when you think you're there, I got another 10 layers. And then let's just say by chance you actually figure it out. Yeah, more than likely, I'll catch you before you catch me. So, but I appreciate
well,
it, and I'm flattered. I did have an email from somebody the other day. It was kind of funny, but they learned real quick, especially when you live within the Commonwealth. And I'm so used to driving 3 to 5 hours at any given take.
Oh
Yeah, to say
goodness.
it was squashed very fast. But see, because I am one of those types, I don't believe in really talking too much crap. I just believe in
Mm-hmm.
about it and ain't nothing to it but to do it kind of mentality. So, I don't like people that want to sit there and do all this doxing, swatting crap and then think they're going to make a threat against me. Because, yeah, like I said, I ain't got no problem with coming to you. Absolutely not. That's not a
Austin.
threat. That's not a threat at all. But, oh,
hi, Austin. Hey,
Hi, Austin.
what's up,
I
Austin?
put the link. I put the link out there. Anybody wants to hop on? Hop on. Ask a
Well, I want to
question.
kind of mention that I want to piggyback off of Tracy earlier, where she's like, you get to the point. It's like, what do you do? Okay,
Yeah.
so blocking and ignoring, that's the only thing you really can do, and just keep going forward to keep your sanity, because eventually the people get bored or it gets old or whatever the case may be.
You're right. You're right. The best thing to do is to try to remove all the air between you and somebody else. That's for sure. Because
Yes.
they'll keep on feeding into it. So, and with people like the person that was spoke of earlier, I have little to no respect for guys like that. And the reason being is because they talk about certain cases without looking at the actual body cam, or they really are very, very dangerous in many ways. Because let's face it, when you have a social media following and you start putting out blatant lies, or let's say if they're not lies, say if you're that ignorant and you haven't looked into certain things and you're putting
Mhm.
this out there, you really cause somebody to go ape shit and not know it. And then maybe have them end up doing things because of something that you said. And I think that's part of one of the main reasons why I don't like the mainstream media at all, period.
Mhm.
Because I can name, well, thankfully it's still only on one hand, but that pretty much number of people that were friends of mine that have gotten killed because of some of their reports, like literally killed. And I have
Yeah.
little to no respect for those that go out there and
Dangerous.
start running their mouths before they've waited for the body cam footage or discoveries or anything to come out that really, really lays out what in all actuality happened. You know what I mean? And then you
Mhm.
see the mainstream media that are complicit as well. Let's just put it this way. When you have 6 corporations that are responsible for over 92 or 93% of all the mainstream media that's put out, you tell me that that's not biased? Okay, because I can tell you right
Oh
now,
yeah,
there's
no.
many of these mainstream owners, the mainstream media owners that have openly said how biased they are. Hey, and Ninny,
Hi guys. Hi, Kelly.
Hi,
Hi, True
Nanny.
Helper. How are you guys? Hi,
all
Tawanda.
right, doing well.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How
Good.
are
Nice to.
you?
I'm okay. Nice to talk to you guys.
Yes.
Ben, you're trying to come up, but it says that you're not connected. You might
Oh,
need to go out and in. Ben, you gotta be good. Anyway, Miss Ninny. Miss Ninny. You
Um,
know what?
what?
I love you.
I love you too, Tawanda.
Do you know Ninny and I have been through how many
Hell and
crossroads?
back.
How many crossroads have we been through, Ninny?
A couple.
Couple. Yeah, we
couple.
have.
A few.
And her and I have been sheep. We've been sheep. I still have my padded suit in the other
You know what? That was so cool. Like, I don't know. And it has nothing to do with anybody else. But when I realized my own bad behavior, like right away, all of them, Tawanda, Tracy, Pixie, Puss in Boots, they were all like, no problem. Don't, absolutely don't worry about it. We understand. And I mean, like, I don't know. That to me just shows who a person really is. Like you make mistakes sometimes, and sometimes they're so crazy on here. Like, I try to act like I would in my real life, but sometimes then I look back and I'm like, man, I would never be like that in my real life.
I know, but Ninny, I did the same thing, and
I know.
I would get off a couple lives and go, oh my god, why did I even accept that behavior?
Yeah.
I beat myself up days and days and days, and I'm telling you what, when the day I walked away from it, where I walked away from a creator, and I know there's a lot of people that are scared to walk away. And if you're scared to walk away, trust me, just walk away. You
I
don't
know.
have to, just walk away. And it might be a little hard in the beginning, but it is so freeing. Man, it's kind of like taking your bra off when you get home at
It
night.
real no, it is. That that's a good
I know true
analogy.
helpers can relate to
Perfect.
that.
And you know what? But though, when I say that, I'm not meaning it against Laura. You know what I mean? Like I'm meaning like for myself, for my own self. I feel like I could be me. I don't blame that on Laura. I blame that on myself.
Oh, I do too.
You know what I mean? I
I
just want,
totally blame it on me.
I
I
like to
I
make that clear
totally.
because it turns out like, oh, they're this like scorned person, and that's not it. It's not it. I don't know. You kind of feel happy you found yourself. I don't know if that makes any sense.
I know, but I know a lot of people they just want to be recognized. Like right now, uh Dory said I wasn't that bad. Like right now I'm not watching my chat and I'm bad because you know what? Everybody in this chat I absolutely adore and I need to be recognizing them and just sit and bullshit with
Hmm.
them. But I wanted to get my message out tonight that I'm a bit pissed off when I get off work and some of my favorite people are leaving YouTube. I'm like,
Who's
damn,
leaving?
Wog's leaving.
Where's he going?
Well, he's just, I don't know. I'm hoping he's just gonna need a break. I hope he just needs a break.
Well, I mean, I know he wanted to get into TikTok. Can he at least go there?
No, nobody needs to go on TikTok.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
I heard
Ninny,
TikTok days are numbered. I
Oh
heard.
Ninny,
God,
Ninny,
listen, that's my
Ninny,
content, guys. Okay, I steal
Ninny,
stuff from there and show it
Ninny.
on YouTube.
We're not gonna get into politics or TikTok.
No, okay, okay. What about Twitch or I don't know, Paris? Listen, that guy's got a great voice.
Yeah, there are so many of them. There really are.
You know, I
I
mean,
know he's got a great voice, but you know what? We can build him up here. He's just got to get rid of these damn people that want to hurt him.
I know.
And yeah, and so
Mhm.
I people that they just want to hurt. I just don't need in my life. I don't need in my
Yeah.
life. I don't.
No.
I had such a good time in his last two lives. Like I literally sat here and laughed because he's such a goof. He can't read, and he's like squinting, right, and trying to read it. I'm like, oh my god, you're blind, and he's like, shut up, Nenny. Like he's just funny, and he interacts with the chat so well. He does. I mean, he tries to if he could read it, but and then he sings, right? And then he incorporates people's names into the song. And then he just said yesterday, and I was so about to join that if you're a member, you can request the song.
Mm.
Oh, he'll sing you a song anyway, Nan.
Well, I know. Uh, one day I was feeling really down, and I went in there and I said hi, and he did this whole crazy song about me. Yeah, it made no sense. It was really weird. I think I killed a chicken or something. I don't know. But it just made my day. It just made my
And
whole
it brought
day.
you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
You
nice.
can't go into many lives and get that.
Mm-mm.
And you
Well,
give your opinion, it's like a weapon around here. It shouldn't be like that.
it shouldn't be like that, and it breaks my heart that there's really good people who give up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who've been trolled, they've been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Aaron F. Aaron
Mm.
F. used to make me crack up. I mean, she made me crack up. People don't even know who she is.
Yeah. I remember Erin, if I tried to watch her and then I just got annoyed because she was counting all the subs and that drives me crazy. And I don't know, I stopped. But that's a stupid thing to say. But I mean, the whole thing is that
Nenny, you killed a chicken?
I don't know what song. I don't know what happened in the song. Something happened. It was something like so stupid. And I'm just like, but I laughed so hard. I don't know if, and he put it down, so I don't know what I killed, but it was something crazy. But I mean, I just mean that nobody should get run off here. Like, you know, no matter what, like,
Mhm.
I don't care about my opinion of someone. Like, you know, maybe you really liked her. Maybe I thought she was okay.
Mm.
Either way, even if I didn't like her, nobody should be ran off
No,
here.
no. And you know
Exactly.
what? Even I always go to these little ones that are trying to build their channels that have like 460 subs or whatever, and I always try to, sub to them and help build their channel. And if they get
Mhm.
1,000 subs, I always try to give them a super chat to go, congrats,
Right.
just to give
Mhm.
Mm.
them, that
Yeah.
one up that, keep doing what you're doing if you like what you're doing, but God, don't make fun of these people just because you're not some, you know.
Just gets so dirty,
It
so
does get dirty.
low.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of the dirt right now
Are you really?
flung at me.
Why?
She is.
Because I work directly with the Rusex, there is some extreme jealousy within parts of
Oh.
the community, and now I've become a racist, uh, red lipstick Taylor Swift wannabe. I heard
Jesus.
all
Is
kinds
that
of
what they
stuff.
say?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god. That's
Oh
so
my gosh.
stupid. That's so
So stupid.
elementary school.
It
Well,
is. I feel like I'm in school. That's how I feel.
Ninny, she's taken on, um, being an advocate for the Rusex. So, the armpit detective, he's got a lot of wannabe little weenies out there.
Mhm.
Okay, I mean,
Yes.
I kind of knew that. I kind of knew that. So let me ask you, because this is something I tried to. I mean, I thought I was being respectful, but somebody came at me at a comment in a whole nother chat because they said, "I can't believe what you said to the Rusex."
What?
I like Frankie. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I did not understand why he needed $10,000 for that law to pass, and I did. Nobody answered me. They just
Mm-hmm.
like, and I do. I mean, obviously, you're an advocate for them, so you could answer that for me, right?
Yes, I can help you with
Okay,
that,
thank you.
Nenny.
Thank you. I'm like trying to say it like
You
I don't
know
want
what?
I come off kind of like a jerk, but I'm just like trying to
No,
think.
honey. I'm
Not you,
sorry.
Ninny.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that, if it was put off in a different way.
Well, I mean, but
No.
maybe could have came across bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
so
Right.
yeah.
No, no. Okay, so let's go to the fact that what has happened is the Ruziks have been slandered, harassed, and they're being threatened.
Okay.
So what has happened now is that it's not, he doesn't need 10 grand to get the law passed. It's not even, it was kind of twisted. The words
Okay.
were in a way.
Okay.
What it is we need to raise enough money for them to get a really good attorney that's going to start the process for us, because on a federal level, you can't sue people, or at least get them to stop doing stuff sometimes with this cyberbullying. It's a
Okay.
fine line.
So this isn't to get the law; it's to sue the armchair
It's
guy.
to hire, well, it's to hire the
Right.
attorney,
Right.
the good attorney, so that way we can get things up and
Okay.
running.
Okay.
It's,
That makes
we
a
just
lot more
ask
sense to
for
me.
help, but then at the same time we're like, I mean, because if I could give it, I would just do it and not even
I
ask.
understand. No, I
Yeah,
understand now. Because
it is
my thing
crazy.
was is that's why we have representatives. You know what I mean? Like I know they
Mm-hmm.
don't do their work. I'm sorry, Tawanda. I know you want me to talk political, but I'm not talking about Republican or Democrat. In general, you can't get anything done. Even like people that have a lot of support behind them can't get things passed, right? So I just thought I didn't understand. I didn't, but I know that's how it works. I didn't understand that it was to sue the armchair dude who won't shut his mouth.
Armpit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
more than
it's
just
harassment.
it's
I
all,
truly believe
yeah.
that.
You
I
know what
truly
he
believe that.
does? He creates this spin of a web of, his own concoction of what happened instead of the actual evidence. But he's put people in jeopardy, their
Yeah.
lives in jeopardy, because not only is he, because now when what happens is everybody is, he says bad things about the Rusex, so now his people are going after the Rusex. And with the fact that he was claiming, oh, the mistress, she's involved and da la la, what he did was put this huge target on this woman's back. Yeah, she was a mistress, but she was not a child murderer, and those are two different things. And people need to have the respect and
Mm-hmm.
responsibility of what we say when we're live, especially when you have more than one follower. You need to be careful.
Right, right, right. You do. There's a certain responsibility, right, that you have
Yes.
as a creator.
Yes.
And I think, I mean, maybe it's like, and maybe it's unwritten, but it's not to harm people.
No.
I don't know how you guys feel about that whole like girlfriend Nicole Kessinger thing. I just thought that
Mm-hmm.
people were awful to her. I didn't agree with going after her like they did.
You know what, Ninny? She has done nothing more than probably some of us have never done. Whenever you think somebody cares about you or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You,
But
but
she
it's not
doesn't.
against the law. It's not against the law to have an affair. It's not.
No,
Believe me, I tried to make it a law when I was getting divorced. But I mean,
Right.
it's not a law, and that's what my lawyer kept
that's
telling me.
why. That's why you
Mm-hmm.
want to wear Obama's underwear.
Right. Well,
And
and I love him.
and True Helper just mentioned another thing in chat, that he
Oh,
put pictures of a woman that wasn't even on case. So we're talking about an innocent woman. He
yeah.
said, "Oh, this is her new alias." So he actually doxed a strange woman. I don't want to say
Oh my
strange,
God.
but a complete stranger. And this woman's life is in danger. Does she look similar to NK? Yeah, but her jaw's different. You could tell it's a different girl.
But that girl, I mean, like her or not, that lady has a right to live her life as a private citizen and
Correct.
not be harassed. The law
Correct.
did not. I mean, like that's how I look at it,
Mm-hmm.
And what he's done alone to her, let alone the whole Rusick family. It bothers me. Let that mama and those babies rest. And
Right.
Let him rest.
I
Please
just
let him
Right.
saw I
rest.
was subbed to somebody and I saw something about the Watts unsubbed. I don't. I mean, it's ridiculous now.
Well,
It's
thank you
been
Well,
for
ridiculous.
being supportive, Nenny. And I'm sorry that if it was taken wrong with your question. Sometimes,
No, it wasn't you. I don't. I was in case
oh, it
kit, I
wasn't
think.
me.
No, I was in case
Okay,
kit, but then
good.
I went to your channel and I asked. But I mean, like, it was like a couple days after the live that you did, so I know that sometimes you don't get the notifications. It
Yeah.
depends. I know that you had like a lot of comments on there and stuff, so I didn't expect a reply. But
Oh,
I
I
think I
always
was
try to reply to
I,
everybody.
I was somewhere and I was some I
Ninny,
think I
you
was
probably said, "What's the money for?"
no I'm like no I got all like like an idiot about it. I'm like we have representatives that do this.
I know.
Why
Well,
do
you
you
know,
need
Mm-hmm.
10 grand to do
I've
it?
watched a couple of your comments, and I'm thinking, I just slapped my head.
Shut
It's
up.
that emoji. It's that emoji. You know, that blonde-headed emoji is slapping my five head, like everybody calls a five head, forehead. Oh no, my 80 bangs head. Okay,
That's my
What?
dad and me. My dad's always, what is that money for? I mean, always, all the time. So,
I know, I know,
Mm-hmm.
but I
and
mean, I just didn't understand. You know what? I even
It's
went so far to
understandable.
like look up. Do you have to give money? Do you have to put in money as a citizen to get a bill passed? I was really trying to understand because I follow
Mm-hmm.
Frankie. I really like him. He always responds. Not always, but a couple, like several times, he's responded to me. I said like I'm sorry about your sister. Something. It was her.
Oh,
You know,
good.
he's went out of
Thank
his way and
you.
responded twice to me.
He's a
That means a
very nice.
lot.
They're a wonderful, loving family.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, just
yeah.
absolutely loving. They want nothing bad for anybody. Trust me.
I know. I've heard them
Even
because
their own enemies, the people that hate them, they just don't. They pray for them.
I know Sandy would probably get so mad at me calling him the armpit detective, but that's how
No,
I
she'll be
feel.
fine with that. I'm sure. I don't
Tell
know.
her I'm sorry, but
Nah.
can
Yeah.
I call him the smelly armpit detective?
You can call them whatever you want.
I really like. I'm sure you know her friend. Her friend Nicole.
Hmm.
I
I
love
don't
when
know
she.
her, but yes,
Oh,
she's a hero, right?
oh my
She's a
God! Like when she
hero.
goes live, or when she drops a video and she's just
Hmm.
talking for 30 minutes. Always, I'm sitting there in tears.
I
Mm-hmm.
know. I know.
But
Battling
we can't
cancer like she
Me
know.
is.
too.
And like, or at least I can't. I cannot understand with
She's a
like
great girl.
to have like my
Great
friend
lady.
brutally murdered.
Well,
You know, I
I
just
I think of it this way, and I know many others do as well. Without her, Lord knows what that man could have done. Given a couple extra days, because you know damn well he had every intention on coming home and thoroughly cleaning
Exactly.
that house and doing everything that he
You
Exactly.
done.
got that right.
Yeah,
That
so
girl
without
to
her that
me,
morning, I'm telling you, she really is a hero. She made
She
yeah,
that.
is.
she's a
yeah.
huge
And I think
hero.
every family can learn something from her. When you think or feel that something's off, even if you're wrong, it doesn't hurt to call the cops or to get somebody else involved to try to get to the bottom of it, especially when you have that type of relationship with somebody that you just know something is wrong. Mm.
Hmm.
You
She
know,
was so good that you could like I when I was sitting there watching like all the footage and stuff, I was like, man, this guy's pissed.
Yeah. Oh,
I
You could
yeah.
know.
just tell he was getting so mad.
She's
I
like,
felt
I
so
don't
bad.
care what you say. Move
And
aside.
I love the part when they were upstairs and that cop got a phone call, and you saw the look on that scumbag's face when he
Yeah.
looked over at that cop. He thought like he was busted then and there, and you
Yep.
just do it. And then he's
Mhm.
watching that security video over at his friend's house with his hands on top of his head. I mean, it was just like
oh,
granted
I know. I
hindsight's
was
2020, but just so many different
when he
points.
was doing that with his hands on his head and he's watching that video. Did
Yeah,
you notice he took his hand down and he left the one hand on his head?
yeah,
Uh huh.
yeah, yeah. You could
And I'm
tell. I mean,
like, are
He
you
was
hope your brain's
panicking.
in? What are you doing? But
Hmm.
he just, I mean, with him putting both hands on his head, I could see him doing whatever. But when he moved his one hand and he had his one hand still left on his head, he
yeah, it
was
was crazy.
stressed. That was stress. He was
I'm
like, I'm busted.
I mean
Yeah.
like how epic was even like when he was standing next to the TV and they were watching the video and like that weird baby in the uterus came up. Remember?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I mean
Oh,
like
for the American
everything
Horror Story.
right,
Uh huh.
right, right. I mean,
Yeah.
like, how crazy was that came on though? It was
Well, I will
the whole
say that the
case.
case was full of signs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
Yes.
was bizarre. It was like the whole thing throughout the whole time in the process. It was like full of signs.
Do
Well,
you
Kind of
know
like.
that they probably have used all of his everything that he was doing to help cops recognize this is guilt. This is guilt.
oh, yeah, yeah.
They have to. I mean, in
I hope they
training,
utilize these
I
videos
hope they do too. I
Yeah,
hope they
because
do too.
he's supposedly a enigma. Oh my god.
nah, well, he wasn't so much an enigma, but it does definitely
Hmm.
help with the behavioral patterns, or at least
Hmm.
understanding the behavioral patterns. And it really, that's why the cops went back, the CBI, FBI, and all that. They went to the prison to speak to him because, you know, they
Yeah.
needed to cross T's and dot I's. And I know that they learned a lot by talking with him.
I mean, like, okay, now this is where I'm gonna get the tomatoes thrown at me, but like, like,
Get your
I
tomatoes ready,
really,
y'all.
I don't hate the guy. I mean, like, I know, like, okay, to do that to your wife, but not that to do that to your baby girls.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
like, something in my brain, something had to have snapped. But then you think about all how he tried to like clean it all up.
He didn't snap. This is a I mean, this is just a typical, I hate to say it like this, but like a almost like a sociopath.
Yeah,
He had
Mm-hmm.
always just not developed. And I had mentioned this before, and I'm still going to keep enforcing this idea that we got to realize that not everybody's going to think like us, right?
Right.
This person was hollow. He never really dated anybody properly before. So he even came to the relationship with this, inexperience.
Yeah.
What could
Yeah.
he bring to the table to the relationship? Nah, he didn't really bring much, did he? He brought the fact that he could hold down a job.
Yeah, but a lot of
He,
debt.
well, yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, it was like putting a teenager, an immature, he was somebody just never grew and
Yeah.
never and wasn't able to actually express or try to grow as a person. And that's all on him. Those are his choices. He could have, we all make our choices.
Right. I mean, but the fact that he, like, anybody that you talk to would never thought that he would have done that. Like, well, except for the friend Nicole. But I mean,
Right.
there was no signs really that he would
Right.
do that, and that's what scares the
Mhm.
hell out of me.
Well, you know what? And I was talking about that. There were some red flags, but they weren't enough to warrant this.
Yeah.
But now going forward, we could learn something from this. And that is what we need. That's the goal, is we learn something from this.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
can we learn? Well, first of all, Shanann knew that she was carrying the heavy load for everything.
Absolutely.
His in-depth conversations were, yeah, I like NASCAR, and yeah, I like the Steelers. It was
Right.
very, and she kind of felt like he was a project that she had to always just take care of almost, and just keep getting him. She wanted him to succeed in life. She found
I think that
cancer on him.
no, she was very aggressive. She's like my sister. She wants to
Assertive.
see. Yes,
Yeah.
she wanted to see everybody be what they could be. You know what? After watching her, she made me organize my fucking house because I felt so guilty.
Yes. Yeah.
She did.
She really opened up a lot of the people. Some people just don't like her. Okay, fine. You don't have to like her, but the outright hate and the lies and the slander. I mean, her name did not deserve any of this. Any
No.
of this.
No.
Well, I think that between Armpit and what's her name, uh, Minsa or
Oh, God.
Moochie or whatever
Mhm.
she was the nastiest of nasty.
Yeah, she's doing it. She's back again.
Again?
Oh, she is.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Didn't her channel get terminated?
She's making a lot of videos on me.
She is.
That's her. Yeah. That's her.
Nanny.
Well, 'cause
That's her.
We got it. We got to come up with a name for
I mean,
her.
she's exactly like many of those out there that know that drama sells, and she knows
Mhm.
that she has that shock value, and that she's had such wild behaviors that she, in fact, can pull in a crowd like that. I mean, I think that a lot of these negative type of channels, they do, in fact, learn a lot off of each other. Because let's face
Yeah.
it, every single person or many people between the drama and the true crime communities, or some, as they call it, the crime communities, they realize who has those types of lives where that's all they do is either dox, swat, or they talk crap all day, every day,
Yep.
bash others, and then they wonder why, some of their following, they come and go all the time. A good case in point is like when Jay separated from her former. You look at the number count now, yeah, granted, Jay, of course, has taken some heat about some things, but she's like one of the first examples that comes to mind where she's almost doubled what her previous partner has. And, and pardon me, but the dummy can't even figure out why. When you sit back and lie,
I can figure out why.
and here you are like 3 or 4 years later after that separation, and you're still talking crap. It's like, come on, get over it already. And not
Yeah.
live streams.
They call it.
I mean, mine.
Grow up.
They
Exactly.
call it critical thinking. I call it critical stinking. It stinks. It stinks.
Absolutely.
I can critical think, yes. I can try to, but whenever it's all in black and white, that's not critical thinking anymore. Stop it. Stop abusing the victims. You
I
Yeah,
know?
love you, Tawanda.
What?
absolutely.
Stop it. Stop.
Just stop it right now,
Stop
everybody.
it.
Right? Like
I
I
need
can see you shaking your finger at
I know,
them.
stop it.
Mhm.
That's me too.
It should
I
give you a what for.
no, I have my
Mhm.
grandson. Okay. So scenario is we're in our meat shop, right? And one of the kindest guys that you could ever work with. I said something to him and he turned around and he goes, "Back off, bitch." And I went, "What?" And he goes, "Oh, it was out of a movie." And I started laughing and I said, "It better be out of a movie." And so we started laughing. I said, "I'm going to say that to my grandson." So here's a whole crew of 20 people, and my grandson questioned something that I said. And I turned around and I said, "Back off, bitch." And the whole crew just started
Jesus.
busting up, and he went he went, "Grammy, I thought you were serious for a minute." I went, "That's out of a movie." So
Mhm.
now when these people piss me off, and because I always say that I've been my voice sounds like that I'm just, I don't know. That troll said that my voice sounds like that I'm hurting all the time or something. I'm gonna look at her and go, "Back off, bitch."
Some of those troll accounts are very hurtful.
Very,
But think
Mhm.
very.
about it. It's like their alternate ego, or it's like another side to them. And because they're such cowards,
That's
they
true.
go under these alts and they spew their venom.
Now, during the worst time of my life, Kelly, when I was losing my brother, everybody knew about it. Thank God I had Ninny in my corner who called me every day because she's a
Oh.
hospice nurse. Um,
No, I'm
Oh.
not a nurse. Please
and
don't
not
get. You're gonna get.
a
I'm gonna get all these.
hospice person who
Yeah,
helped me
I'm not a nurse.
through.
I'm not a nurse, Marsha.
Not a
Get away
nurse.
from me.
Not sorry, sorry. God dang, you'll be drugged through the mud. A hospice person who knows about hospice, right? And my brother, he was dying. He was dying, and I'm in chat one night, and here comes, a troll, Tawanda's dead brother.
Isn't that terrible? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what? Wow.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
yeah, it was terrible.
Wow.
I was just sitting there in tears.
and
How could you do that?
but now that all this shit has come out, people have told me it came right out of my own camp. And I was like, "Oh my God, how could people even,
Really,
but
Tonda?
that's what I've been told. But, I have
You
no
yeah, you don't
proof.
know. You don't
I
know.
have no proof.
Yeah.
But you know what? If people are doing this shit, stop it. Stop it.
Stop. Stop it.
Stop. Stop.
I was in Stewie's chat, and I'm just you know minding my own business, having a good time in there, talking about I don't even know what a rich life, whatever. And all of a sudden, somebody comes in and says, "Hi, Jennifer. How is?" And then they put my sister's name, and I just sat there for a minute, and I just got like so scared. It was crazy. Like, I'm like, why is somebody putting my sister? I don't care about my own name. I say my own name all the time, but my sister's name. I mean, I'm not that hard to really look up if you wanted to, but I guess I just why and I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't think of anybody that it would really have been. That's the annoying part. Like, why does somebody want to go out to scare you?
Well, they want to. I mean, just like Brian, and Brian used to, and Brian and I have made amends, so I've forgiven him. But in his chats, this is whenever I used to hate watch, which I don't anymore. But they would constantly put my name up, my real name, and
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
and
yeah.
constantly. I
just
still
wrong.
want to know who passed the popcorn is. Because Pass the Popcorn put my name up many times.
Wow.
I'd like to pass the popcorn and give him a.
But if it's at me, like I've been known to maybe shed a tear or two on a panel.
Not you, Ninny.
I've had a panic attack live. I mean, look, I have no shame, but I mean, like to see Nenny's panic attack come in the chat, fine, whatever. You want to make fun of that? That's fine. That I don't get bothered by
I
that.
know. Does that make you feel good?
Yeah, real good. But I mean, when it's my when it's about a family member, like the one about your brother or my sister's name, that's so personal. Nenny's
It
panic
is.
attack doesn't mean anything
That's
to me.
unacceptable.
Yeah,
The thing is our children, our mother, our father, a lot, they have not asked to be here. We're the only ones who are here. If you want to go at me, come at me. Leave my family alone.
Right.
Exactly. And that's why, one of the things to take away from this podcast or this live stream tonight, if you know anybody that's being harassed or doxxed or swatted or anything else, the best thing that you can do is try to gather as much information as humanly possible about what is taking place. Because I promise you, in the future, there's going to be a lot of options available.
I sure hope so.
Well, I know so. Part of what we're trying to incorporate within Shanann's law is the fact of some of these bigger social media platforms to really maybe even change certain rules and regulations up, because the ones that they have now, it's like you can barely do anything even when you report somebody or you try to go after them. So, we're looking at this from all angles, from all sides. There's just so many times that they have, in fact, dropped the
Ninny,
ball.
are you the one clicking?
Somebody's clicking.
How do we
Ninny's
find
I
my
hope it's
clicker.
not me.
No, it's her phone.
Me?
Yeah. On your phone, have you? Okay. Do you have an iPhone?
Hold on.
I
let me
have
get
an
it.
iPhone.
Okay, you guys got to make sure that if you're on the iPhone, close out all your other stuff.
Everything is closed out.
Okay, do you have your earbuds in?
Is the clicking on?
No.
Is the
Yeah.
All right. It's 10:15 anyway. I'm hopping off here.
I know.
Oh, that clicking is so annoying. I hear it now. That's me. I'm
don't
so
know, 'cause-
sorry,
Are
chat.
you
Oh
sure
my
it's not
god.
me?
It's all good. It happens.
But Ninny's a clicker anyway. She's my clicker girl.
Nanny,
I
you're
Oh
love
god, that's
wonderful.
awful.
Ninny,
I'm
Ninny,
so
I love
honored
you.
to meet you.
I love you too. Twana, thank you for having me up. Kelly and True Helper, thank you very much for talking with me. I was been wanting to talk to both of you. I have a lot of respect for what you guys do. Keep up the great work.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yes,
It was
absolutely.
an honor meeting you.
And
Yes.
chat, I'm so sorry, chat. Oh my god, I'm gonna get off right now.
Hey,
Thanks,
Ninny.
Wanda.
Ninny.
Bye, guys.
You're my buddy forever. That girl, I'm not kidding you guys. That girl. Because
See, the
she
clicking. It's me.
Are
Ah,
you the clicker, Kelly? Kelly
you're
the clicker.
the clicker.
It's probably me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just closed out of everything.
I'm going to close this out with,
Okay.
you know what? I'm very blessed to have met both of you.
Oh,
I'm blessed.
blessed.
I'm blessed, and
I say the
thank
same.
you. And I know that if there's anybody in this chat, or if there's anybody that is having problems, I know 2 people that will come to your rescue that I can run to. Because I can't do it by myself, trust me. You guys
And-
I'm here.
And
Always.
as many know that I usually close out with, but if there is, in fact, anybody that's having any substance abuse or mental health issues in any way, shape, or form, and there is nobody else around or you can't immediately get a hold of somebody, there is the National SAMHSA hotline, which is 1-800-662-4357. Easier even remembered, 1-800-662-HELP. So you have that option to you if there is, in fact, any type of issue in any way, shape, or form. Don't hesitate, even if it's about a friend. The best thing that you can do is get yourself educated, know the signs, know what to look for. Believe you me, even in a matter of 10 seconds, that could make all the difference between life and death of somebody, especially nowadays.
You know, I need to get that. I need to get that link from you, True Helper, and I'm gonna get our mods to just start posting it, posting it, posting it. You know, I
Mhm.
know that you guys, and I swear, I want to be the Hoyt, the heart of YouTube. We can make this grow. We can do
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Yes, we
Well,
can.
I'm here, guys, always. And also with Jessica Chambers, whatever I can do to also add to the help, I'm open. So,
Yes, yes. The new trial's coming up.
okay.
Tracy's gonna rock it,
Okay.
and her mom's gonna need a lot of help because there has been some really, really mean people that have hurt that woman. Really mean people.
Oh, well, I don't like hearing
And
that.
nope, nope. And I know because I have you two in my corner. Thank God, and we can rock this.
Mhm.
Good.
Thank you
I know we
guys.
can.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thanks for
Thank you
having
both.
me on so much. I love you. I love
I
you
love you too,
guys.
Cal. Okay.
Much,
Take
Bye.
much love back
care.
at you.
Take care.
You guys rock. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Tawanda. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You
All
always save my butt, as always.
right.
Thanks, buddy. You're
I was
my.
like,
I'm blessed to have you as my friend. Thank you.
oh, the feeling is mutual. Likewise. Thank you.
All right, bud. Talk to
All
you
right.
later.
God bless.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks. We have a whole 33 in here, but I have 33 great people who I adore. So thank you. Take care and God bless. That's the rest of our story tonight.